Hello and welcome to my Kartra Tutorial for Beginners, where I'm going to be walking you through the process of creating a landing page to collect leads, send them to a thank you form, send emails, create sequences, and so on and so forth. If you haven't gotten to test out Kartra, I will leave my link down below where not only can you follow along, but you can get a free 30-day trial and save money on Kartra should you want to upgrade. Let's begin. So, something I want to give you right off the bat as a tip when it comes to Kartra, a lot of times you actually want to start in reverse. So, given the fact we're going to be looking to collect leads here, first we want to start with form. So if you look on the left side, we have forms right here. Let's click on that. We're going to be right here and click form. So what we want to do is give this opt-in form a name. Just for this example, I'm going to be calling it. All right, we have the marketing island example. That's just what I want to call it. If you have an idea of what you're going to be giving away when you're creating leads, or maybe you have a brand, you can use something like that for your name. Let's click on create. Alright, so as it says here, we're only configuring the fields. The actual form design will come later. Something that is good here that I recommend, unless you really need someone's first name, like say for a webinar, I'd recommend removing it just because that's going to increase your conversions. The more fields that there are going to be here, the higher the chances that someone's going to say, no way, I don't feel like filling out all those forms. So in my many years of experience, I recommend email and of course like the submit button. You can also change this to if you want. That's what I'm going to use, and let's click on save right here. And this is something that you can get used to when you're utilizing Kartra. A lot of this is going to be similar where you change the specific spot here, you move to the next section, you save it, save and next section. So it's always going to be in a step-by-step formation. Let's click on save and next. Alright, so we have confirmation, we have single opt-in or double opt-in, really going to be up to you. I like single, I know you're going to get more leads, but if you go double, you're going to get less leads, but they're going to be more high quality because they've gone in and actually clicked confirm to confirm that they are a real email. So I like single opt-in, I'm going to go with that and click save. And right now we don't have a success page. Like I said, we're going to do this backwards. This is going to be the thank you page. So once this is done, we're going to go back to forms and edit that in. So what we can do is just do configure later and save and next. So we have a welcome email, but we're actually going to be utilizing that in the communication sections when we create our sequences. So we actually don't need to create one right now. Let's just do save and next. All right, and so there's plenty of things we can do. I'm just going to go over them very quickly. In case you want to assign a tag, you can here where you go yes, and like what category do you want to be? Really could be up to you. So you could just do no category in particular. And if you don't have any tags, you can just do create new tag. Really up to you. For this one, I'm just going to do no and save. Okay, subscribe to list. We do want to do this, so let's do change. Let's do subscribe to list, yes. And if you don't have a list that you want to utilize, you can create one. Let's do that here. For this, I'm just going to call it Marketing Island in the public description so that if someone sees it, they're going to know they are from Marketing Island. Obviously, you can use your brand name, your product, your name specifically, whatever it's going to be, right? Create. And let's do add. And save. Perfect. So we don't have to actually subscribe to sequences because there's multiple ways of doing that. So we can keep this with off. And of course, basic automations, there's going to be the ability to set rules in case you want to do that, for example. So if they, fill out this form, and then you can do plenty of things like subscribe to another list, unsubscribe, and so on and so forth. Just kind of just giving you an idea of what you can do with some of the advanced automations here. I'm not going to be needing this, so I'm just going to click on save here. So nothing, and save and next. Okay, so form design, where are you planning to display this? We're going to use this on another Kartra asset, so that's going to be good. Let's save. And we are done. So we can go to save and next with that and finish. Perfect. So that's going to be the form. That's what someone enters in when they want to sign up. Now that we have that, now we can go back to our actual landing page that we can use when it comes to generating leads. So let's go to pages over here. All right, so this is the part where we create our landing page where we can capture leads. This is what it's going to look like for you, unless of course you have some pages there already. Nevertheless, let's click on plus page. And here we can choose our template. For this example, I'm going to go with squeeze pages because once again, we actually just want to collect leads here. Let's look at something simple. I'm going to go with preview here. I could put a picture of myself, and I can also remove some of the other things. I think this looks perfectly fine. Let's go with this, and let's do select. Keep in mind, you can choose from any of these. It's really up to you, but I'm just going to kind of quickly edit this for you. And for this, I called it a free cheat sheet. So for you, you might be giving away something else. Because generally, when you want to generate leads, you want to give away something for free in value. Could be a free cheat sheet, a free PDF guide, a free ebook, free audiobook, free video training, free course, free case study, free white paper, whatever it's going to be, that's going to be up to you. I also put no category in particular and no site in particular. If you want to kind of organize it a little bit better, you can manage your categories or create a new one. But for the sake of this example, I'm just going to do no categories there and create. All right, so here we are. Here's going to be many of the other things down below. And actually what we can do is just remove this section. I feel like we don't have to have that there. It's just a little bit extra. Let's do delete. What other customers are saying, that's fine and all, but I like my squeeze pages and landing pages just to be very short when I'm trying to generate leads. And this is just redundancy, right? It's pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to get rid of this as well. And great, of course, like say if we wanted to edit our logo, I'm going to show you how to do that with the edit style. We can go to image, edit, and I already have a logo here, so I'm just going to click on that and confirm and apply, just to kind of show you. Of course, copyrights by your company. This is where you might want to have, say, like a privacy policy, terms of service, contact, and so on and so forth. So here's going to be like the big headline here. So how to generate sales using 100% free social media traffic. And then something under here, I'll put like, okay, so enter your best email to get my free cheat sheet sent to you. Okay, so let's see, we want to change around the picture as well. I'm going to go here, same thing as before. What's good about this is that there's not a whole lot to edit, and I love aspects like that. Let's do apply. Of course, I'm a little bit too big there, so I can resize it, make it a little bit smaller. Maybe something like that looks a little bit better. We already have apply there. Let's move this out. Perfect, something like that. So here's the one thing that we're going to need to change, and keep in mind it's not going to be accurate right away. So we have assets in the page. If we move this up, you're going to notice we have this opt-in form. This is the one we created. It's not 100% done, but this is going to be where it goes. So if we hover over this and click edit style, we do select opt-in form and we choose the one that we had created originally. Now it's going to say it doesn't work, which is completely fine. Okay, so edit to configure form. Obviously, the asset does not exist or its configuration is incomplete. That's perfectly fine. The only reason it says that is because we don't have our thank you page linked to it yet. And the reason we don't have it linked is we haven't created it. So let's create it next. So what we can do here is just publish live. And cool. Okay, so now we can do actions. We can just go return the dashboard. So now what we want to do is create our thank you page. And we have our thank you pages right here. Let's go with something very simple. I think something like this is fantastic. Let's go with this. Let's give it a name. For this, I'm just going to call it thank you. Once again, no categories or sites, and create. All right, great. So here is the thank you page. Something else that we can do here, if we go to components, say we want to add a video, we can click on videos. The different types of video players are just going to be showcased here. I think this one looks fine. And let's see right here under the thank you. All right, and if we want to add a video to it, we can hover over and just click on edit style. Kartra video, what I'm going to do is select video. And I already have a few here. I'm just going to use this introduction one and as if it was for an opt-in, and perfect. There's that's going to be there. So I can probably just delete this. You know, if I want to have my logo there, I can, but I think thank you is going to be great. Let's move this up. Perfect. And then something like, okay, so I'm just deleting a few other things here. And please check your inbox for your free cheat sheet. And of course, since we're not actually having them download anything there, I'm going to remove that. So a very simple thank you page. Thank you pages are like some of my favorites because there's a lot of things you can do for it. Like, you know, congratulations, thank you for opting in. You can have a little bit more text that says something like, please watch this video for further instructions. And also, this is a great spot where you can have something else. You notice how there was a download button now that could be a link to a webinar, to a coaching, to further training, an unannounced bonus, maybe an affiliate product, maybe a special discount that only people who opt in are going to be getting. Whatever it's going to be, a lot of great real estate that you can utilize. Nevertheless, let's publish this, publish live, and great. So now what we can do is actually go back to our form. So let's go to return the dashboard. Now we can go back to this form that we had, and we can go over the three dots and edit, and edit. All right, so let's go to save and next. And now this is what we can actually change. So let's click on change here. And what we want to do is the Kartra page. We want to do select site, no site in particular. And of course, we have our thank you page. So this is going to be the success page. Once they opt in, they go to that thank you page. Now we can just go through save and next on all of these until we are done. And that is perfect. So now there's going to be something that we want to do is adding our sequences so we can communicate with anyone who opts in. They get automatically added to our list, and now we can send out an email immediately sending them the cheat sheet, and then from there what we can do is just obviously follow up with them every day, every 2 days. It's really going to be up to you, but let's go to communications. And if we hover over communications right here, we can go to sequences. Perfect. Let's click on plus sequence. And once again, I'm just going to call this the marketing island sequence, and the same thing with the public description. Let's click on create. All right, perfect. So we have our starting rule. What we want to do is click on plus. This is what's going to initiate the sequence to start. Remember before when there was plenty of different options that we could have utilized? This is kind of another way of doing it. So if we go to list and we do select list, marketing island, or you can do any list for some odd reason, if anytime someone opts in, they start here. But for this, we're just going with marketing island and we're doing add. And save. So what this means is that anytime someone opts into that list, this sequence is going to start for them. Okay, so what we want to do first is send an email. We can drag and drop it in here. Okay, so right after the previous step, we want this immediately. That's going to be perfect. We want it at any time of day, because remember, they're opting in for a cheat sheet. We don't want to say if it's Monday, wait till Sunday. They're going to be like, dude, where's my free cheat sheet, man? Okay, so any time of the day is fine. Name of the broadcast, just as an example here. Okay, I'm just going to call it, click here to access your cheat sheet. That's going to be the subject line as well. All right, so there we are with the Kartra mail. We have our name, our from email, so on and so forth. Let's go with next. Recipient. So we have select anyone reaching this step and add. Perfect. Let's go to next. And if you want to do a split test, you can do that. But just for the sake of keeping this simple, I'm going to go with a single email. And next. And now we have our content. So I'm going to add in that subject line. All right, so the subject line is going to be click here to access your cheat sheet. And the little bit extra is optional. It's a short summary of the email content. Here's the cheat sheet that you requested. Very quickly, I'm just going to use ChatGPT to put together a very quick email so I don't have to write it for you. All right, so we have thank you for opting in to learn more about generating leads and sales. You can click here to download your free cheat sheet. Notice I put it right at the top. And if we want to link something, given the fact it's a cheat sheet, if it's like a PDF, it's very easy to just upload that anywhere. Really up to you where you want to do it, but this would be the link for it. Disclaimer as always, don't send your traffic to AOL. They have plenty of it. I'm just doing this to add a link. Obviously, this would be where the download would go. I hope you find it valuable. Looking ahead, we'll dive into more about so and so on. And this looks pretty good if you ask me. You can generate with AI if you want, but I'm going to go with that and click on next. And create. We don't need any other automations there. And perfect. So what we can do also is just go from here to here. So move this in the center in case you have OCD like me. What we want to do is hover over this and activate, okay? Now what you can also do is wait. So if you really want to, create a sequence, we can zoom out a little bit more too if needed. What we can do is go to wait. Let's drag this here. And what this means after the previous step, let's say we want to send an email every day. You can do it just like that. Let's do create. And we can move this to here. That means that after this goes out, it's going to wait 1 day. Let's activate this. And you can literally just repeat the process. So after this, we're waiting 1 day, then we're sending an email. Then we're waiting 1 day, then we're sending an email. I think you get the idea, right? That's just an overview of how to do some very basic sequence work in Kartra. There are some other things that you can do in terms of adding tags, unsubscribing from a list. It's really up to you, but that's going to be the basics so that you now know how to send emails, wait a specific amount of dates, and then go from there. Let's do done and exit. All right, and just like that, we have created our lead generation page, we have created our thank you page, our form, and of course our sequences so that anytime someone opts into it, what's going to happen is they're going to get that first follow-up email with the cheat sheet, and then from there, obviously you can send them more emails and so on and so forth. Let's actually test it out and see how it works. So let's go to our pages. So we have our free cheat sheet. This is going to be our main page here. Let's do get code or link. And I'm just going to copy this and open it up in a new window. All right, looks pretty simple, pretty clean, some nice branding. Like I said, you could always add just like the terms and like contact and stuff like that. So how to generate sales using 100% free social media traffic. Enter your best email to get my free cheat sheet sent to you. So I put that so they specifically know it's going to be sent to your inbox. I like doing that because sometimes they think they're going to get it on the next page. And if they think that, they can enter whatever email they want. And then of course, you get these random emails. However, if they want to actually go to their inbox, they're going to need some type of real email in order to do that. That's my reasoning for that. Now I have a temporary email, ironically enough, that I'm going to be using for this example. So let me throw it in here. And this I need to edit too. I put start saving now. I forgot to change that. So that is one thing you can do on your landing page is just, instead of click here to continue. So let's click on this, but that's an easy edit. And just like that, we're on the thank you page. So we're going to have this video here. Forgot it's going to talk over me, so I don't want to play that. Please check your inbox for your free cheat sheet. And like I said previously, there's so much that you can edit here in terms of your real estate. I talked about that as well. Nevertheless, let's go back to Kartra and we can check out what's going to be like with our new leads, how it's working, so on and so forth. So let's go to, communications. And there we are. Our anonymous person right here just opted in on the forum. They are on the list. Also, if we go to communications and sequences, we have our one active lead now. And let me actually open up my temporary email. All right, and so this is the email that just came in for me. Thank you for opting in to learn more about generating leads and sales. You can click here to download your free cheat sheet. I hope you find it valuable and insightful as you explore and so on and so forth. But that's going to be the email there, which is great. That's exactly what we are looking to do. There's going to be a delay for the next, a day or so. And then after that, you can do whatever you want with emails, sending out more, unsubscribing. But let's go back here. And that overall is going to conclude this Kartra tutorial for beginners. I hope you got a lot out of this. Like I said in the beginning, what you want to do is kind of work backwards where you start off with your forms, create your landing page, create your thank you page, connect those, and of course you can do your sequences as well. And it's pretty easy to get up and running once you know how it works. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to help you out. Aside from that, if you haven't gotten to test out Kartra, my link will be in the description. Not only do you get that free 30-day trial, but you get to save a nice little discount on your first Kartra payment. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.